Well, welcome to another video of the DKS group. As you know, following on from the post on Instagram and on Facebook, this is the longer version of the introduction into DKS BD. Now, let's go right back. As I said in the DKS Sports video, we've been running businesses as a family. We've been developing businesses. Well, like I said, I was 12 when I started racing and competing at a professional level. My father ran a workshop, a garage, and was involved in transport. But what we then found was what was critical was the brand, the image, and the customer experience. Back in the day with my father, who's a director of the DKS group, was running a garage, so people were coming in, he was servicing their cars, renting vehicles to them, and it was all about word of mouth. It was all about the referral. It was the way the business looked, sounded and felt. And back in the day before social media, you used to go down to pubs and clubs and working man's clubs, and I was brought up in them, and youth clubs, and you used to ask, who'd you get your car serviced by? Oh, Mick over there, or them over there. And it always used to be word of mouth referral. And it used to be the customer experience, so the brand, the image and the experience. Well, nothing's much really changed in 30 years. But DKS have been there, and we've been there from that early age. As I said, I was 12 when I started riding and competing professionally. And all the way through that time, you've got to look at the race teams, the sports teams of the era, all dressed in their team kit, all going out, setting a standard, an image and a present. You look at some of the iconics, the JPS Lotus is still being used as a brand, as an image today. You look at the Marlboro Formula One team, not allowed Marlboro in the UK, but it was the Embassy Snooker. You look at Barry Sheen, had the duck on. You look at various numbers that became synonymous in sport. They created a brand, they created an image. Now this is no different. Now obviously, as I say, I started competing very early on. My father was running a garage, and it was one thing he instilled into me: the brand, the image and the customer experience. Without customers, you've got no money. You need customers coming through to door to pay you. Obviously there's stuff behind the scenes, and obviously now DKS as a group, we use other consultants. It's not just us. We've got consultants that specialise in marketing and media. We've got consultants that specialise in profit, loss, accountancy. All of them we bring in when we work with your business. So let's have a look at this. So your business is about creating a brand, creating an image and delivering a customer experience and a customer expectation. Wow, and that's pretty impressive. So let's start. And I'm going to give you some top tips. And you know my little media lady and the one that we collaborate with, Angela McCall, says stop giving stuff away. But I love giving you top tips because it's empowering you. So as a DKS group, whatever facet of the business, whether it's sport, business, coaching, or whether it's transport, we work on the fact of empowering you, giving you a fresh set of eyes onto you or your business. Okay, and how does that work? Well, simple. We have a look from the outside in, and you go onto our website, the DKS group, and you will see I've done a little bit where it says looking in and looking out. And a lot of our consultants that come on board with us and we collaborate with actually now get this. It was the same 30 years ago. The way your business was viewed in to the way you viewed your business coming out had to match. The customers were there. But now with social media, how is your business seen? Online, with the web, with your vehicles, with your company branding? How is your business heard? So how does it sound when somebody's talking about you, when you're getting that referral, that word of mouth referral? And then how does your business feel? I like dealing with certain businesses. They give me a warm glow. Some businesses, it's cold, actual cold feeling. I don't like dealing with them. Might have to, but I don't like dealing with them. So that's understanding the way your business is seen, heard and felt from a customer's perspective, looking in. Now, obviously, we work massively with you, your team, your staff. And it's about team building. You've heard me say before, it's not about sales training, it's about team building. And it's about looking out at that customer, understanding who that customer is, where they want, what they do, where they live, what they socialise, engage with that customer, talk a language the customer understands. Now there's some videos way back, I'll find a link somewhere down here, and we talk about language and we talk about communication. But understand that if you want a Pacific customer, you've got to aim for it, and you've got to train and educate and work as a team to get that customer, to encourage that customer. There's lots of old wives' tales that talk about, oh, it costs X amount to get a customer as opposed to retaining a customer. And we're going to give you, this is my top tip, go through your database, understand who are your prime gold customers, the ones that come in every week or every month spending the money. Then you've got your silver customers, and then you've got your bronze customers, and then you've got your copper customers. You've got several things to do. You can send a round robin mail shot telling them what's going on, bring them back into the business and see whether you can turn some of these copper and bronze into silver and gold. But you've still not got to neglect your customer. And I talk about this importantly, and it's something I've said lots of times, working with you and your business. So a little bit of DKS coaching coming in, understanding the mindset of the way you operate, the way you treat your staff, and the way your staff treat the customers. Customers are imperative. They're your unpaid sales force. They are brand ambassadors. What they wear is seen around when you're closed. And we talk about this massively. And it's big in sport. Everybody has a brand, everybody has a number. You know, shirt sales in football are critical, that people are wearing those shirts. And that's why sponsors get involved in sport. They want their name out there somewhere different. And it's the same with your business. If you've got a business vehicle, it should be branded. I understand the builders will say, no, we're going into London, we don't want to be robbed. I get that. But there's got to be a way. And I'm looking at some of my transport, and we'll talk about them later on. The transport guys, now they've got private number plates, they've got tippers, diggers, everything's branded. This is where they then use social media. But it's about making sure that your brand is seen 24/7. It's clean, it's smart, it's new. People can see it, people can talk about it. People are wearing it. Therefore, they are brand ambassadors. Do they then buy into it? And you've heard me talk about a couple of brands, and the brands that I like. Jade Holland Cooper Clothing. Doesn't make clothing for men, I've said that before, but the lovely girls in my life and the women that I work with, the models and the presenters, absolutely adore that clothing. Therefore, I promote it. I love it. I think it's great. It's got a fine cut. They're lovely to deal with. The two fitness girls, you'll see somewhere, I'll put a link to them, the Townsend twins, supported by Tikaboo Fitness. Again, not men's clothing. Again, very popular, and I promote that. So there are people that I don't even wear their clothing, their brand, and I still promote them. Normally I've got the Rolex on, normally I'm promoting my friend's camping business, and I'm promoting a friend down in Colchester, specialises in little Fiat 500s. Shooting clubs, golf clubs, equine facilities, nurseries, hairdressers, spas. I went to a hairdresser's the other day, as you can see. I promote all of these because it's great customer care. I don't necessarily work for them, but I'm a good ambassador. And the reason I'm a good ambassador is they say thank you. So what I want you to do is to think about your staff. Think about the way your staff treat your customers, and think about the customers. Now, DKS comes in as the business development, and we've just given you so many top tips here about your business. But as DKS BD, we come in and we overview the business. We look from the outside, we look from the inside. We then look at the way your team operate. We look at your procedures. If we need our accountants, we've got 2 accountants we bring. If we need marketing and media and the social networking, we've got a consultant that we bring in for that are specialised. But we look at the way your business looks, sounds and feels. This is imperative because the way you steer this business of yours, this boat, this vehicle, the way you engage your staff, the way you engage the customers, the customer experience makes a massive difference to whether you get to go again. Simple, really. I'm going to leave you with this. The leaders work for the staff work for the customers work for the business. Simple, really. The customers are the unpaid sales force. And you as a leader should be creating an environment that is safe to work in and, to be honest, encourages new ideas, fresh ideas, and your staff to develop the relationships with the customers. So if you want to know more about the DKS Group, obviously the website www.dksgroup.co.uk gives you an insight to everything we do. I'm going to put another video up later on our coaching and then on our transport. But have a look at the sport. This is the DKS BD coaching, and transport. Have a great weekend.